Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I want to go over the markets in general, crypto markets and things that are going on. They have opened up. Just to let you know, the futures were dropping like a rock, and everything over here is dropping pretty good, like the SPX and things like that. So um, the bears will be back out on a rampage, probably telling you that the crash has begun. Um, okay. And possibly, you just never know. But I think there's a hat trick going on here, guys. I think it's going to be a sideways range probably today. Remains to be seen. But one of the reasons why I say that is here's the DXY. And I think the DXY is doing the old freaking hat trick, guys. It's going up into an ascending wedge. So that's the move that it's making. Okay, instead of blasting back up. So you can see here's this three-wave move. It came back down and corrected it and went up into a wave and back down. And here's that third wave of that wedge, and it's come back down. I think it's going to be go right in that area, guys. You have a good shot of that. You can see it on the DXY right here. First wave, second wave, third wave, boom. Okay, and back up. And maybe that's the move that's been confusing everybody, where it goes like this. I was talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, and finishing off with a 5, like so, with your bearish divergence. That could be the trick right there, guys, that the DXY is doing right now. So, and just looking at some things too, guys, to go over this, looking at the 45-minute chart on Bitcoin, it's just resetting the cycle, in my opinion. It's just making more than likely a fourth wave correction up top there, guys. On a 45-minute, 1 hour chart, it's coming down, correct it. I don't see anything to be alarmed with yet. I don't see any massive dump. But I'm going to show you something here that I find interesting. So here on the 2-hour chart, you see that RSI? This is a strong wave, guys. This wave has a lot of momentum behind it, okay? All the way up to 92. And if you notice, this 2-hour RSI took out this one over here. You see that? On the 3-hour, it didn't quite get to it. It didn't quite get to it. So what I'm saying is that you have a good shot. This might be a whole different wave sequence, guys, right here. It might not be a fifth wave. We just don't know yet. We're gonna have to see how this plays out, but this is going to be interesting to see, because you can see here's that third wave peak, right? Came down. There's that little fourth wave, like that one's doing probably right there. Okay. So you can see how it went all the way up there. And if you see it kind of go up like that, you can see the same thing over here. And this thing could drag it all the way back down and it could blast up again, right? So I'm going to be careful of that. But here's that third wave peak. If somehow, somewhere along the line, somewhere on the 4-hour, that gets taken out, that's how you're going to know you're in a different sequence wave, guys. And the reason I say that, guys, I'm looking at Matic. Okay. So I was going over Matic some and telling you guys that it was in a FOMO wave while Bitcoin was going down. And then you had the guys came along and was talking about how I'm delusional. And well, we had a lot of guys back in the latter part of 22 coming along saying I was delusional and don't you know any better, man? Bitcoin's going to 10K. Well, here we are today, and Bitcoin's at 24,500 or 24K, right? So technically, who's the delusional one, right? So what happened with you, they called me delusional, is you got played by JP. That's what happened. Sorry about your luck, man. Maybe you should have paid closer attention to my videos. You would have learned something about markets. Okay, So here's the deal with Matic, guys. I'm looking at Matic on this chart, and you have a wave sequence here in the 4-hour. Came back around and corrected it. And now you got this mess over here, and it came even deeper and corrected it. The issue is that this is very difficult to make that a third wave, guys. That's very, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to there, and then maybe it did a sequence over here. But the problem is the length of it. This should be different. You shouldn't have, like, you see how that's wave 1 went up pretty good, and then this is kind of like choppy a little bit. What I'm saying is you have a good shot somewhere along the lines here. Soon, Matic is probably going to be going into a FOMO wave, because to me, it's starting to rule out that this is a 1, 2, 3 and it's going into a 5, and it very well could be. It's more than likely this is going to end up being 1, 2, 1, 2, and it's going into its FOMO wave. Up here, maybe correct a little bit and get out of there, guys. So I'd be careful, Matic, right now, man. It's like it's looking really, really bullish to me. Okay. You got a wave sequence there. Okay. You get your wave 1, 2, and there's no, that's probably in the making. What I'm saying, this is the making of the third wave. So over here at some point, however it does it, maybe up and then back down and then boom, and then you're gonna have one of these over here. But the issue is that you see where the price is right now. Once that wave's over there in the RSI, up here, the price is going to be up there, guys. Okay, by the time it gets around. So just going over that, looking at Matic based on that information that I have, and looking at Bitcoin on these lower sequence charts, is that this to me in the 4-hour chart is a whole cycle reset. Okay. So you want to be careful, like going short and people saying jump into shorts, then they very well could be right, but they were, what did they here? I remember talking about shorting at 17. I won't mention the name on the YouTube channel. Anytime you see the pump, short it. Anytime you see the pump, short it. Anytime you see the pump, short it. And literally, man, I literally, like right now, I just hope that he's like, look, guys, chill out with the shorts for a little while. Let's see how this plays out, okay? That's what he should be saying at this point, and not getting his people fucking wrecked. Pardon my French, but that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, some point, it's like, look, guys, chill out. Let's close that, the information, take the losses, whatever, and then over there. That's what's irritating with it, guys. So just let this play out right now and see what's going on with Bitcoin. And then over here in the traditional financial markets, see how they're going to play out too. Because if they're going to dump, obviously we know what's going to be going on with Bitcoin. But I think it's going to be sideways range right here. But it very well could dump. Looking at this 8-hour chart, it's coming down. But you see the stochastics is way down here. It's reset it. So it's some sort of correction, or maybe a triangle or something like that it's in. I mean, so it remains to be seen. I don't see an impulse. I don't see the divergence over there that's necessary. 8-hour charts right there. Let's check the stochastics. 12 hours down there. The momentum is way down there, guys. Even though it's way up here in the RSI, the stochastic has the momentum cleared all the way down there too. And then this up here, the DXY, guys, the DXY. And looking at that, let me go back to what was I on? 2-hour chart, and looking at what it is doing right in this area. Okay, just looking at the this whole thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up for a 5. So it probably get up to say 104, 104 and a half, and then it might be an ascending wedge right there, guys. And even at that point, if you think about that, if it's still bullish, let's say it's still bullish, 1, 2, 3, 4, up into this area, and they stay up there for a little while, it's still, the correction target would be the bottom of the wedge right in that area. So it could have another drop back down to 102, and the markets go back up. So in the meantime, while the DXY is going up, the market's going down, and then it's going to go up there. Boom, markets go back up again. So That's how I'm looking at the market right now, guys. Everything looks pretty good to me. I would just be patient and let the correction wave play itself out right now. I'm not getting any longs or shorts right now, guys. I'm not doing anything. I'm just casually observing what is going to be going on with the markets, guys, especially over here. It's good dump. See, lots of dump in the traditional markets today, guys. So over 1%. And you're going to have the bear boys are going to be out today just because of this right here, guys. Okay. The SPY, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ. Huh. That's interesting. And it's just pre-market. There's no trades. NASDAQ is not open yet. See how much the NASDAQ is going to dump. The Dow Jones just does not want to rip out of that triangle, does it? You know, the bears are doing everything they can do to keep these markets down, guys. And at some point, somewhere along the line, somebody's going to win the battle. Somebody's going to win the battle in here with the Dow, with the SPX, and with the NASDAQ, guys, at some point. So to me, I mean, it just looks like to me the NASDAQ needs to go and make a wave, and you can have some bearish divergence, and then it'll have a crash over here with the NASDAQ, guys. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, and then it'll probably correct back down to there, depending on what it did over here. Depending on what it did over here, you know, this could be an ABC. There's no doubt about that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then a 5, and then it could have a crash. Just don't know yet. Don't have any idea yet, guys, what's going on with the markets, and maybe the cryptocurrency market is somehow trying to just separate itself from the traditional markets in a way. That could be the case, but I think because of what's going on here with the dollar, that crypto is telling us that the dollar is just in a corrective move. It's just in a corrective move. So let's take a look at the dollar real quick. Let's see. What was I checking this area? I think it was like this whole area, something like this. You know, it's kind of difficult. Let me see here. I think it was something like A, and this was the B. So it's already hit 2.618 and a B up into that area. You know, it's already hit past targets, depending on how this is an A. You know, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'd do something like that. So it might get up 1046 potentially, guys. My trend line might not be exact, is, you know, on the targets over here. You see, and then the DXY is just coming right up to that trend line in that ascending wedge. Okay, right in that area. So it's got resistance in that area. I think this could be the trick, guys, is what I'm checking out with it. So I just want to give you that heads up what I'm looking at with Bitcoin, and then also looking at it with Matic. You know, Matic is going to be interesting to see how this plays out, guys, in my opinion. But either way, Matic, if it's like done with a sequence here, then it's going to correct, and then that'll probably be the FOMO wave, in my opinion, with Polygon Matic. If you made it all the way to the end, do me a huge favor, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.